Alright, today's video, we're in a new Volution map. It's a big city map, there's a ton to it and I really like it, so let's get into it. Alright then, the map is called Bigo Heights. It's actually, the Volution team have released quite a few decent city-based maps at this point, but for me personally, this is a particularly good one. Just because, I don't know, there's a lot of unusual objects. There's a lot of cool wall ride stuff like this, which always feels really nice to do. Yeah, you may have noticed I did an edit, which I released last Friday. I presume that's when it'll be, from when I release this one. Yeah, I just found it really easy to get a ton of tricks. Yeah, it's just a cool map. And obviously because I did the edit, I'm used to a lot of the spots already, so I can just kind of cruise around. I'll say that. Falling all over the place. I don't know. Show off some of the cooler parts of the map. Also, I should say the edit was actually an early version of the map. Oscar was nice enough to give me like an early look at the map, and I did most of the edit on that, and now this is the final release version. There's actually a few more things, so I'll maybe go and cover that actually. Oh, you'll notice we can look up Scoot. So a little advert for that was released. I released a video of that on Saturday. It's a scooter game released by one of the Volution team on itch.io. It's still like in an alpha stage. It's really early, but it's really good. Especially being a Volution team thing. Well, I should say Mayhem, the member. It's not a Volution thing specifically, but if you're into that sort of thing, or you just want to try another game, I would really recommend looking into that, because I'm guessing Mayhem is going to be working on that full time from this point, and you know, given the quality of everything else that goes on and that Mayhem does, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to keep evolving, become more and more advanced, better physics, all the other stuff. It's fun now, so if you're interested, please have a look. I'll probably link to it again if I remember. And while I'm saying all this, I'm just kind of cruising around. There's just a ton of stuff everywhere, honestly. I like this thing. To a wall ride on here. Do something on this. You got these ledges. There's also little poles everywhere, so you can do a lot of bonk type tricks. Can be a little tricky to get it right, but if you watch my edit, I did a lot of sort of that stuff. Took a little while to get it all down, but you know, that's the joy of edits. You can take your time. Yeah, it's easier from here actually, because then you can kind of target. I didn't quite hit it right that time, but you know. Just sort of these little flyouts and ledges and various things everywhere. The other thing that's different from the edit is a lot of the areas which you may have already seen. That was nice. There's a lot of little extra things everywhere, like these garbage cans and just stuff to fill out the map a bit more. I also like this thing. Kind of hard to get to the top. Oh, the other thing is, if you do a little manual on this, you get a little bump, which is nice. Yeah, get up. You can also go down. It's a little hard to get the landing right. Yeah. Blast off this thing. It's just, yeah, it flows super well. And I've only really been on this one little part of the map so far. Let's maybe have a look around at some of the other areas. Then again, let me just play around here for a bit. I was going to grind that, missed. Didn't get the bonk. I'm also a fan of these boards that get put on stairs and things like that. Big bonk. This big yellow thing as well. Kind of blast around and then fly out. Okay, let's try and get one little thing on this. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of weird objects. And honestly, the weirder the better, I say, because having like your standard parks is also cool, but being able to just ride on something that's a little different that we've not been on before, kind of having those new experiences is also kind of important, I think. It does get a bit tiring just doing the same sort of stuff over and over. I have no idea where I'm going now. Okay, one last try. Just to keep things simple. I don't like to edit things too much. Come on, I'm gonna get this. You do have to be going quite fast to actually get into it. Okay. I'm still landing. You get the point. Try something else. I also love stuff like that. Rails on both sides as well. Doing a lot of tail whip stuff recently. Bit too far to bonk it. Could I? Kind of like a bouncing off the curb. Ooh. I was wondering if you could get to a grind from there. Though you're going quite fast, so that may be quite tricky. Maybe you need to hop. Maybe try a nose manual. See how this goes. Yeah. I was thinking about 180ing out, but it's a bit risky. I haven't really landed anything properly yet, so. You also have this kind of like park type setup. Cool for just like little bonks and tech stuff. Also, part of it is curved as well. You can kind of like blast off it. Can be a little hard to grind that rail on top. Oops, now we're back here. Nope. Okay, what can we do around here? I was hoping we could grind that bit. No. You also notice, yeah, there's a train going along in the background. I'm not sure if you can actually get hit by that. I haven't really tested it. Actually, I think it may be blocked off. Where it was when I tried it. It may not be now. Okay. There's also this guy. Who... I'm not sure if he moves when you look at him, but every time you like turn away and do something else, his position changes. Which kind of freaked me out a bit at first when I saw it. Oh, I think he was moving. Yeah, so I'm not sure why he's there. But, Jesus. Kind of creepy sometimes. Each time you go past him, he's in like a different, yeah, it's in a different pose. Next up, this thing. Another weird object. Okay. Maybe a little tricky to get into it, but once you're up, should be alright. You can also kind of blast down to the street from there. Bit of a challenge getting to the road. You need like the right angle, but I'm not doing very good with my spins to landings, am I? Over here we have even more stuff. There's another one of those yellow things. There's this setup, which honestly I found a little bit hard to ride. Like, I found that a pretty hard trick to get right. Oof. You got these little things, like benches. They're pretty cool. Could we? Okay, I want to go up that and bonk off the end. Like fakey down to like a... Okay, that worked. Stuff everywhere. It's not one of those maps where you're short of things to do. This little bank area as well. Kind of like this. There's also a cool little like manual thing you can try and line it up. It doesn't always work, because you kind of go a bit sort of a weird angle, and it's constantly trying to make you move to the right. It was not me controlling that curve. I guess if you look at the stick, you'll see I'm constantly hitting left to try and like control. I more or less got it. The start was a bit sloppy, but kind of nuts really how much the Evolution team just keep churning out cool stuff all the time. Obviously, like the game, I guess the community's kind of just waiting for BMX Streets to come out, but it's through the Evolution team and other people that we've actually got a reason to keep playing this game. Obviously, I spend a lot of time on this channel playing this game, kind of what keeps the channel going. It's obvious there's other games, Skater XL and stuff like that as well, but my main thing is this, and if it wasn't for all the stuff that was coming out, this channel would probably be quite screwed, becoming like a skate game channel or something. So yeah, they're doing a lot to keep this community alive, I think. Well, I don't think that was there before. Get up this thing. Barely make it. Okay, that one's got some boards down to make it easier to ride. Okay, what else do we want to do around here? I also like this setup around here. Also a little tricky to do, but if you can ride onto that, I go up to this one, down this bank. Ah, that reminds me, this whole bench setup as well. This is something which suits me a lot. It's a little tricky to ride correctly. You kind of need to use the triggers to hop left and right properly. Yeah. Oh, got stuck. Yeah, that thing, you can just do it normally as well without the triggers, but it's a little harder to control. You end up doing something like that. Got this long bench as well. I found that end one pretty hard to ride. I usually just sort of go around it like a curve. Yeah, like that. If you try and do a trick in the middle part, a little bit tricky. Try and do that. See what happens. Close. I've got it on the seat instead of the main part. Again, I'm using the trigger to hop to the right. That's where like that kind of side hop becomes super useful, I think. Pretty tricky. Here we go. Yo. We've got no speed, so I doubt this is going to work, but let's give it a go anyway. Yo. Super big bump off that thing. Okay. Where are we going to go? Wow, it definitely gives you a sense of like creative freedom you have with this map. There's a ton of stuff. I managed to make an edit super easily on it. Like, sometimes it can be a struggle, like trying to think, okay, I need to do something on this area, I need to figure out something here. Or there might be one cool area and the rest is kind of a bit of a struggle. But none of that with this one. Oof, made it. And got a bonk. Nice. Can we bonk this over the wall? Let's try that. We'll 180 bar spin and then do like a front tire bonk. Though the angle's a bit tricky. No! It's hard to know which side you're going to drop when you do that as well. I should remember to do it the other way. Okay. There we go. And on that note, I may call it there. Big backflip. Bail. Yeah. That's covered most of the areas. Come on. Get out here. In one piece. Yeah. More or less covered a lot of the parts I wanted to show. Obviously, like, it's just a matter of your own creativity, what you do with all this stuff. Oh, there's one more little area that I liked. I'll show that and then we'll call it a day. It is... Actually, this is new as well. Those kind of three pipe things put together. And a bonk. Yeah, this little like horizontal one. Buggered it. Yeah, I just thought this was a cool little setup. You can wall ride either the back wall or the wall on the side. And then this gives you a chance to... I completely missed the bonk there. Do like a cool little line. One way, then back the other. Need a bit more speed to do that. Too fast to bonk. Oh wow. You don't even need to rail ride that thing. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. It's an awesome map. Give it a try. You won't be bored. kind of pretty much pure street, I would say. There's not much in the way of crazy ramps. They're saying that there are some kind of ramp-ish things. You can just do some cool stuff off this. But for the most part, it's more of a creative map, I would say. Something which suits me. You get tons of weird like lines and things to try, which you don't really get a chance to do in other maps. And also just like this collection of rails, these weird ledges, these little bumpy things. Yeah, super cool. Maybe one of my favourite maps. I was also thinking of doing maybe a best of favourite 10, 20 maps, because there's a ton of maps at like the end of the year. And I would definitely say this rates up there near the top. But to be fair, there's a ton of good maps at this point. We finally got it. There you go. Spending all that time not getting it. Just keep going till I bail, I guess. And then we will call it a day. Nearly. What are we going to do here? Very rarely do a one-hander. Safe to say. Let's do another blast off this. Doing tables off this thing is super fun. Maybe I won't bail. Maybe this will just go on forever. That thing feels cool as well. Okay, this is a little dangerous. Yep, there we go. We're wedged in between the boards and that thing. He's shaking his head like a lunatic. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, all the other stuff. And I will see you next time. Or not, as he says.